name's Bernard Beckett, and the book that changed my life is a book called Sydney Bridge Upside Down by an author called David Ballantyne. There are two things about it that are sort of special. I try to write myself, and one of the things I love about it is I do a lot of writing for teenagers, and this is a book that uses a young protagonist. He's a young boy whose mother has gone off for a holiday, and he's living with dad, and a cousin comes in, an older girl, to sort of look after them. And the wonder of this book is that because he's young, he's a naive narrator, he doesn't quite get what's going on, but we do, or at least we get some of it. It's got an amazing sort of almost gothic sense of threat. Things are not going to go well in this story. It's not a children's story as such. It's not a teen story necessarily, but it has a lot of those characteristics. And it's almost like a book like Paddy Clark, Ha Ha Ha, in the sense that a young narrator is telling us about a really sophisticated, highly charged, violent, sort of sexualized world without getting it himself. But as he tells it, we realise he's caught up in it, and that things are going to go poorly. And seeing how sophisticated the story can be whilst being told through the eyes of a young storyteller is the thing that most, if you like, changed my world. The other thing I love about it is that it was a book not of its time. It was before its time, and because of that, it actually fell over. It died. It went out of print very quickly. Almost no one had read it. But the few people who did read it were obsessed about it. It almost became a secret sort of society. People handed it on. It came to me via an author who said, you must read this book, but you won't be able to buy it. Go to a library or whatever. And there are these hoarded copies in people's homes of obsessives. And it's now being republished. 50 years later, it feels thoroughly modern. It feels like a book of its time that's been discovered now. And every writer likes to believe the books that fall over and do miserably might one day become classics.